Hi YouTubers, but hope you enjoy about the show today. Today's the new Prankit deck list for post round Phantom Rage for the 9th of November 2020. Right, we got hand traps first. So we've got 3 Ashboy and George may basically stop everything in this deck needs hand traps. This deck is one of those decks, it's quite simple. If you have hand traps, Prankits are cheap and easy. That's what's good about them. And they all do basically the same thing. You just need to look at them once and think, oh, okay, I don't wonder it. Yep, so Ashboy just stop opponents doing absolutely everything and you can just set up for plays for the next games and stuff. This deck is basically go fast. So Ashboy will stop the opponents stopping you so quickly. Yep, that's the good thing about this deck. And also, it's a very good card overall, which is good. Yeah. 2, Cypher Gamma with the drivers. Yep, to stop monster effects and X and go off and have more stuff. The thing is, you'll have this on the field, but you'll stop your monster effects. Hopefully, you use it on the opponent's turn if you're going second. That's what the hand traps are for mainly going second with this deck and stuff like that, which is good, which is cool. Drive's just there for the ride. Yep, just for right. The Prankit. So we've got Prankit dropped it. Okay, so all Prankits do when they've been fusion summon or link summon for a Prankit fusion or link monster, basically, this one can gain 1,000 life points. Okay, and then all the Prankits have this one effect. They can summon one Prankit from their hand all day. Okay, so the idea of this deck is to play free of everything in Prankit, free of everything. And this is the best. This is like the worst and the best. This is the best one and the worst at the same time. Because yes, it gives you 1,000 life points, which is excellent in time, which is good. And level 2 is pretty good. But then the 1,000 life points doesn't matter at the end of the day. All you need is just a name and to get to totally awesome when you'll see later on. Yep, that's what's very good. It's just a good level 2 name and stuff like that, and what makes it good. Especially something from the deck, all of them can, which is good. Next is Prankit, free Prankit, Fanny. So Fanny, when this card's been fused summoned or linked summoned for Prankit monster, it sends one Prankit card to your deck to the graveyard. Okay, then summons another Prankit. So it basically sets you up for the trap or any Prankit you need in the graveyard in a specific situation. If you need a trap for the graveyard for the link 4, for example, you can get that in the graveyard. If you don't need a link for it and you need Batter, whatever the one fusion is called, you get to get that set up. So you don't have to play too many copies with them, which is good, which is cool. This one's good because it just gets you going, and it's level 1. So if you want to, you can play things like 1-for-1 if you want to, stuff like that, which is cool. Next is Prankit Lani. So Lani, when it's called Fuse Summon or Link Summon, basically the same thing happens again. You just burn your opponent for 5. So this is another time card. This deck's excellent time. So just summon a Prankit. Oh, the opponent burns 500. Woohoo! So you will gain 1,000 burn, and then they're all once per turn. But that's pretty good. You can just burn them, and then you won the game for time, which is excellent. This card's pretty good. Does what it needs to do. It's not the best, but it does what it needs to do. You know, just gets 11 monsters and burns your opponent if you need to, like this. Gains life points and stuff like that. Yeah, which is cool. Which is good. Next is Prankit Rocky. This is a Earth Prankit one. Okay, this is the recent monster. We haven't had any new monsters in the main deck, but you will see that later on. We have the new monster in the extra deck for this deck. So Prankit Rocky, based rock side. So basically, when this card's been sent for link summon or fusion summon, you have one card in your hand and draw one card. So you basically get a 1-for-1. You get 1-for-1 sort of. Plus for this, you get extra draw, which is good, which could bring you hand traps, more spells, more traps, more standards to bring you to place. Yep, which is good. Now, Prankits is kind of like a 1-card combo. So basically, any way I can get to 1-card combo is game. It's pretty much set up now, which is good, which is Prankit need, which is cool, which is good. This just sets you up for more and gets you more cards, so it can get you to hand traps, it will get you to more cards, so it can get you cards you need to set off and get going with stuff, which is good. That's the monster side. There's not many monsters. Well, it's 18 monsters where you play everything in Prankit at free, which is good. So you play Prankit, free Prankit, place. Prankit place basically has one Prankit monster from your deck to your hand and then you can gain 500 for every monster on the field, and the opponent loses 500. So each time you leave a prank kid card, you just keep gaining more attack, and they keep losing more attack, so you can do more object gains that way. Yeah. So it keeps putting the pressure on the opponents so it puts the pressure on the opponents of almost. Yep, and this always gets you resources. You need to play free because this is your rota of the deck, which is cool, which is good. And then we've got Prank Kid, Prank. Okay. Basically, this gets you a token monster. Yep. And then if you have it on the field, you can show it back to draw one extra card. Woohoo! That, which is good. The token's pretty good. You know, gets you going. So that can get you going too if you want to. It's more of a standard at the most of the time. It's just a standard, which is good, which is cool. You can search this by the link too, which you'll see in a bit. And we've got Prank Kid, Pendulum Golnus, Onabenia. Basically, this is a polarization for Prank Kids, but it's a polarization for Prank Kids. But then you can't summon any other monsters apart from Prank Kids rest of the turn, which is fine. Mojo X deck is Prank Kids anyway. There are some genetic stuff, but that is fine. That is fine. This card's very good. If you need to be in the fusion situation for the opponent's turn, it's very good. And also, it just sets you up. It's pretty good if you don't have to. If you need a standard, it's good for that, which is good, which is cool. Always better just to dump it down a Prank Kid to the grave. You need to set up for Prank Kid one of the fusions later on. You'll see Prank Kid Rocky and stuff like that, which is cool. 3 tag lands to get you extra draws, just to take opponent's monster, to shuffle their card back into the deck, stuff like that, which is cool, which is good about this card. This card's always be live when the opponent plays against you. Yep. 2 part of the size, because everything in this deck is pretty much at 2s or 3s. Okay, you need the extra draws in this deck. The part of the size might be risky in prank. It's not very risky in Prank Kids. You're never gonna bash all your Prank Kids. It's not really possible. Okay, it's very good. It's very powerful. Yep. Instant fusion just be an extra extender, and yes, there's 2 fusion targets in this deck, which is good, which is cool. It's just a nice standard overall. 1 for 1 to get the Prank Kid Valley on the field and to start your combos that way. If you don't end up with a Prank Kid monster, which is good, which is cool. Valley's a good one. Terraform just to get to the field spell because you need to see as quick as you can to get to Prank Kid cards or monster, which is good. Polarization just be extra standard, and then just to get your combo, just to be able to send some more monsters from your deck, which is good, which is cool with the fusion monster, which is good. Yeah, and that's the spell. Yep. Next is just a trap, which is just 2, which is just infinite impairments at 3, just to be another hand trap, just to be back row cards, just to stop spell trap cards working, just stuff like that, which is good, which is cool, which is good, and you can use it for the hand if you want to. So it's another hand trap. So it turns out to be 8 hand traps, which is pretty good, which is good. Then we got Prank Kid Plan. Okay, so when this goes on the field, you can link some on the opponent's turn. That's pretty broken. That's pretty good. And then also, it has a graveyard effect. You can send as many Prank Kids back to the deck from the ground back to the deck to the opponents lose how much attack you shovel back in. So let's say you shovel back 3 or 4, then lose 400, which is pretty good, which is good. This card's good. You want to send this to the ground and then get it back to do link summoning. And then if it's card sent, it can put other cards back from the deck, which is good. You will need advantages, but you only need the 1 to go off. You won't need too many, which is good, which is cool, which is good about this card, which is good about this really. Next is the extra. So 2-turn Yosa, we know what this card does, just negates. We just want the negation on this, and you're wondering how we can make this. Well, Prank Kid Splashy is aqua. You see, it's an aqua, some strange reason. So we've got aqua in this. That's what makes it good. That's what makes it powerful. That's what makes it good. And you can just take this off for negation. Yep. Now the Prank Kid stuff. So Prank Kid Battle Butler. Okay, this needs 3 Prank Kids, the 3 best one, the 3 first Prank Kids, right? And then this one can basically trip itself off, and then destroy all monsters in the field, which is excellent, which is good, which is cool, because you always need this, which is good. You just try and set this up for opponent's turn if you can, which is excellent, which is good. It's good, it does what it needs to do, which is cool. Next is Prank Kid Weather Splash. basically this just drifts off some 2 prank kits, but one of them can't be non-fused and one can't be destroyed out, which is good, which is cool. This effect does come up sometimes, not all the time, but it's pretty good what it needs to do, which is good. Yep. And then we've got Prank Kid Rocket Ride. This is basically you can get 2 monsters from the graveyard, so the prank kids, more prank kids, yep. And this can basically get yourself the 1,000 attack. Opponent you lose, which is fine, which is cool. That's fine. That's just an extra thing with it. But you just like summon 2 prank kids from the grave, which is good, which is cool. You sometimes summon Link, sometimes you mainly summon monsters to get back, which is good, which is cool, which is good. Yeah. Then we got the new prank kid, Meow Meow. So this prank kid basically, when this card's been linked summoned with the prank kid Meow Meow, except you can't summon this for another Meow Meow basically. When you do a Chiffu effect you control, you can activate this on either player's opponent's turn. You can bounce this card and basically discount as the Chiffu. So basically, if Battle Butler was on the field, for example, you just mob your opponent, well, vanish, pop! Basically, I don't have to take my monster down to Chiffu it off, which is excellent. And basically this turns all prank kid card monsters into 1 card combos. Basically now prank kids can stop anywhere they like to go. They can summon 1 prank kid and stop the whole entire combo. Now you don't have to worry about having 2 prank kids and a card and a sender. You don't have to worry about having a prank kid plus a sender. Now basically it's 1 card starting combo. And it points down, which is actually excellent, which is really good and really helpful. Next, prank kid Cock-a-doodle-doo. Basically this search for prank kid spell track between decks you have, which is good. This gets you the field spell, or the continuous spell card, or the continuous or the quick play spell, or the trap, but you never go search the trap. You go search main the field spell and the quick play, and sometimes the continuous field spell, the continuous spell card, which is good, which is cool. And then you could Chiffu this card, and the other one has the same effect. So you could Chiffu this card to get 2 prank kids from the grave with 2 different names to set you up for things, which is good, which is cool. Which is good, and you can only use this for cards effect once per turn, which is good, which is cool. And then we've got Prank Kid Bar Break. Okay, this basically gains 1,000 attack, and then he does the same thing, just comes back with 2 more, which is good, which is cool. This is just another name. It's just good to have it in general, and sometimes you need both of them on the field just to do a link 4, which is good, which is cool. Oh, come to think about it, here's kind of Prank Kid Rip Raw Roast. Basically, this Chiffu itself and basically shows all back row. So if you're coming against back row deck, you just go BANG! Yep, it's like a Fairy Dust Duster. That Fairy Dust Duster? Oh, we had it already. We just Chiffu my monster off and go Shoom! Yep, and you can do a link 1 and just vanish it all, or destroy it all, which is really good. Just be careful against one of the trap decks at the moment, because if it's something like Outreach, you're gonna be in trouble if they destroy loads of back row. They could just cross off that. But other decks are gonna be fine. You will play this and be very good. You got options for both decks, which is really cool, really good. Next is now non-prank kid link monsters. Aztec Cold Talking just for the OTK potential, just to do loads of damage, destroy all monsters, to have all power, just so no one can't change this, can't spawn. They have to try and move it on the field, otherwise it's game over for them, which is good, which is cool. And Absolute, if you have to, you can, but you don't need to in this deck. But if you want to, you can make Absolute, so it's good to have it just in case for the negation, which is good, which is cool. But most of the time you don't need. Most of the time this deck plays on opponent's turn anyway. You set up to play on opponent's turn, which is good, which is cool. Right, that's the new Prank Kid deck list for the post Phantom Rage for the 9th of 11th 2020. I hope you enjoyed today, and subscribe and watch all. Wash hands, keep safe, stay at home. There is a vaccine on the way, so we might be getting back to locals quite soon, which is good, and regionals and stuff next year, and YCSs. So hopefully that's good. Keep yourself safe, stay at home, wash your hands, subscribe and watch all, share it on Facebook and Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Yes, I'm on Instagram now, which is cool. So may I take a few pictures and show this on my Instagram stuff. I'll talk about it a bit more. Okay, I hope you enjoyed today. Subscribe and watch all, and see you all next time. I'll meet you at the end stage. Bye bye.